Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Procrastinators podcast. I'm the best guy ever. We've got Give and Take.
Hey.
You said it, buddy.
I was going to say that.
Oh,
my
stealing lines.
Bruh.
What a bruh moment that is.
No, I forgot that you had that.
I just got chills. I got chills down my spine hearing that. Bruh.
I got chills.
I'm not
Literally,
joking.
every single person commented and said, don't do it.
I looked over the comments, and the consensus? Cash money.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, don't worry. I will
right.
use my god powers responsibly.
No,
I
you
promise.
No.
I will.
You wouldn't have
I will.
them if you're going to use them responsibly.
If I don't, the police are standing by. All right. Anyway, Ben Saint, welcome. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Little John. Little Ben.
Little John, everyone.
John Saint. There he is. Famous for his. Oh, there's Lil John Buh. My favorite.
I'll tell you why
guy.
I don't want to be on the podcast this week. It's because I stayed up
Yeah.
all night last night.
Typical Ben.
Crossing animals.
Oh yes, let's get right into it. Yes, tell us about it, Ben. Tell us about it.
Well, I'll tell you this.
I've had developments.
I'll tell you the struggle.
Mm-hmm.
First, I had to catch the new sea fish. I had to 2 nights ago.
I caught a new butterfly today. It was based. It was green. I loved it.
Was it the Alexander Birdwing?
You know what? I'll pull it up right now. Go on. I'll tell you in just a sec.
Well, a couple nights ago, I had Ethan and Kazi over my island because it was raining. There was we all kind of visit each other's islands, but it was raining. There was a thunderstorm, and they both were like, "Well, while I'm here, I'm going to catch a coelacanth." So we all fished, and everyone caught coelacanths. Even I caught a coelacanth. I didn't even want one. Oh wait. I forgot.
Even decrepit old Ben Saint managed to do it.
I forgot that the reason we were doing it was because Kazi had like a meteor shower. And so we're all there.
I've been nuts with the meteor showers. I found like 100 meteors in the sky the first time. Literally. Like over 100.
I think I didn't know what to look for. But now that I know what the sound is to listen for, I feel like maybe they've been happening more often than I thought.
Yeah, I think so.
But I got it today. I just happened to log in, and Isabel's like, by the way, tonight there's going to be a meteor shower, so watch the fuck out, which I assume means there's going to be like a lots, which is pretty neat.
Guess so.
Anyway, so the other night they were doing that. We made wishes, caught coelacanth. Everyone had a coelacanth. It was great, but I didn't want a coelacanth. I wanted the barrel eye, which is another weird rare fish, and I hunted for it. And I managed to find, the barrel eye was my white whale, you might say. And I got 2 of them, legendary. But last night, I was like, well, there's a couple more fish I haven't got. I need the mahi-mahi, and I need the giant Terravale? Terravel? Whatever.
Don't know it.
And so I fucking took me till like 5 a.m. I don't know why. It was so hard to get these 2 stupid fish. I don't even like them that much. They're fine, whatever. But I did it. And then I was up, and I was like, well, I can't go to sleep now. And I've been meaning to terraform my island and turn my little corner of Yakitori Island into a steam and steel steampunk nightmare mountain fortress. So I just started doing that. I just started building up giant walls, like 3-level high walls around my little peninsula, and things will have to move to accommodate it. But it's just sort of the initial planning stages of my my industrial hellscape. Things will, but it takes a lot. It's so fucking hard to get like a clean edge.
I know, it's a true nightmare.
To even get like the edge that you want on like your river or your cliff is hard enough, but to like get the river edge and the cliff edge like to match each other on like, and then to smooth out the cliff on both sides, including one adjacent to a river, like it's awful. It's just terrible.
God did not have a plan for that one.
So, that took me another like 5 hours. And it's all not even And it's only even in the planning stages. It's still very much a work in progress, but
well, if it was easy, then everyone would lose interest with this shit game instantly. It's so
true.
poorly optimized.
That's
and,
true.
You know,
but of course,
it's a feature, not a bug.
Punked with
but
this
no one
game.
will ever lose interest in Animal Crossing: New Horizons.
Certainly not.
Not now
just like nobody ever stopped playing the previous 7 million games in the Animal Crossing series.
Correct.
Exactly.
Correct. Well, they live. They live on
Yeah.
as confusing counter data that you might find while browsing a wiki.
That's true.
They live on as misinformation telling you about when Nook's Cranny opens in the morning or whatever.
Truly, their legacy is eternal.
Yes.
Thank you, Titus. Appreciate the contribution. It was a peacock butterfly, which apparently has been available for quite a while, but I only caught it this morning.
Well, you know
but
what?
Looking in my museum, my butterfly exhibit is looking tight as hell.
Well,
It's
you know
looking
why?
Voluminous.
I have a guess why you might have just caught the peacock butterfly.
Yeah.
It only appears when you have black flowers.
Which I do here and there.
So if you
fascinating.
maybe just newly acquired those, you might now start seeing those where you didn't before.
We probably started doing our flower breeding maybe like a week or two
Wait.
ago.
It's not
so I
just
certainly
black.
did
It's
see
like
that.
black or blue or purple, I think. So
Okay.
yeah,
All of those are relatively
you need. The point is,
acquisitions,
you need some crossbreeds to get a bunch of different bug types, but in particular, the peacock. The peacocks are good. They're one of the more valuable ones. And they're not even. And then once you have the flowers you need, they're pretty common too. So they're big money makers.
So Ben, did you?
Man,
of course,
Animal
rise
Crossing sucks. Nintendo
No,
Switch
no.
sucks. Nintendo sucks. They haven't made a good
first of all,
game since
hey,
Mario.
hey, you idiot, complaining just because we're talking about a video game you're not interested in. Why don't you get with it, scrub? I say. Sewing moments before I will be suffering through another hours-long monologue about Final Fantasy VII
The remake,
and thereby
yeah.
reaping.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Truly, that is a bruh moment. To which I say,
Bazinga.
thank you, Ben.
What were you asking?
Did you rise with the morning sun as I did, Ben? Of course, and I believe I saw that you did invest all your bells and turnips this bright and shiny capitalist morning.
Close.
I know I did.
I invested a fuck ton of bells.
I put $700K down for those turnips this morning. All my savings, basically.
That's all your savings?
Yep, pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much.
We're gonna have to collaborate to make sure we don't lose our investments.
Yes, of course. Of course.
I had about $3.5 million in the bank, which I technically owe most of it to Tom Nook, but I don't like gain
Right.
anything by paying it back, so I'm just putting that off until it's not a.
So you've achieved your final
Yeah.
expansion or whatever? Yeah.
Yeah, I've got the final expansion, but I haven't paid it off. But you don't get very much for paying it off, so whatever. I had
Just wait till Bernie gets elected, and he'll just absolve you of the debt.
Yeah,
no problem. No
Tom
problem.
Nook will be dragged into Central Park and shot. Wait. What was it?
Your debt, your $3 million in the bank.
Oh
or whatever,
yeah.
Investing in
I
turnips.
was gonna
Yeah.
just invest all of it. I was gonna invest all of it in turnips, but it actually got. I had to buy so many turnips that I realized that would have been like 8 or 10 like full inventory loads of you have to fill my entire inventory with turnips and go back and forth to an aisle. Someone because we're gonna collaborate. You know, we've all got our little Discord server where we compare turnip
Yes,
prices.
we do. The
And
turnip,
I realized, like,
what is it?
I'm going to have to go back. I'm going to make like 10 trips. I don't want to. That's tedious. So
No.
it was out of sheer, like, this is boring and it's tedious. I don't want to buy any more
Yes.
turnips that I stopped.
Truly, you have hit the skill ceiling of Animal Crossing when you start to feel
the
that
skill
way.
ceiling is how many turnips can I fit in my inventory?
and deal with the horrible and not to mention, you can't even store them. You have to place them in the island, and then you have to walk around and pick them up.
Well,
just saving you.
I'm not willing to
don't
place
even
them
get
on
to-
the island because I share my island and people and I'm
Right,
and I
right.
won't look. No, I had to fill my house with them. I had to take up
Right,
most
right,
of the
right.
furniture, which to be fair, most of my rooms are pretty sparsely furnished anyway, so it wasn't that big a problem. I picked up all my furniture. Now my attic, my basement, and two of my side rooms are all entirely filled, like wall to wall, with turnips, and there's a few more in my back room as well. And that is
Beautiful.
2 million bells worth of turnips. That is 4,000 turnips, I think, is the number, or 40,000. No, 20,000.
Yeah.
It's 20,000 turnips.
Well, Ben, you and I are in this together, both heavily investing. So we turnip trackers, our stonks must reign supreme. So we will all collab in our server, in our secret investor club, where we will obtain glory. And I think it was Steve was red pilling me.
We're all gonna be billionaires.
Indeed. Steve was red pilling me, I believe, on the, or maybe it was Ethan, I forget, on the whole, like, there are online communities where people coordinate on stuff. That's gay. I don't want to do that. That's too much work and too uncool. Not interested.
If we if we have even like 2 or 3 people, our odds of turning a profit are like enormous.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's like incredibly unlikely.
Kazzy hooked me up. Yeah. Kazzy had the big spike, 315 bells per turnip. Ooh, the profits were out of this world. Paid off my house expansion immediately.
Seika messaged me this week to say that her prices spiked to like 400, but I didn't have any.
Jesus Christ!
I didn't have any bells at the time. I did get a spike that big once in the past, but I didn't have as many bells to invest at the time. I think I only had like 200K invested or something. It was a huge windfall at the time, but it's nothing compared to what I expect this week.
It would bring me back to watching the stock market in Endless War all those years ago, the glory days, and sparring in the dojo, investing your slime in slime coin, watching that market rise. And one final question, though, Ben. Is there actually... Lol, he's dead, guys. Epic.
Sorry.
Is there much to be gained with the amount of bells that one has? Like, the millions and millions. What do you actually do with those? That's been my only question.
I mean, mainly, you would just buy... I mean, there are some furniture items that are like obscenely expensive, like in the hundreds of thousands of bells. So, I mean, if I wanted like, like 20 grandfather clocks or something, then I might actually need like millions of bells to do that.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. So it's not like it's. Yeah. I mean. If you hit like 10 million bells, then you're probably at the point where like there's not much that I can't do anymore.
Right.
But I'm not quite there.
I was even thinking of like maybe like actually this is the one thing. All right, everyone harass Steve online because Steve has more privilege than anyone else in the world playing Animal Crossing because Kazzy informed me he has the recipe for Sakura lanterns. He's the only man I know. And these are the most beautiful, like pink, glowing, made with the sakura petals from spring lanterns. And now I understand the cruel mistress that is the what is it? The making shit system in this game, the DIY recipe system. And I want those sakura lanterns. And even having infinite money, like I don't even know if anyone would want all that money. You have to have something to trade them, I guess.
I just barely missed my chance to learn from one of Ethan's villagers a recipe for a golden candelabra, which I'm a little disappointed by. But I came home and my best friend Kurlos, who I now have a poster hanging of in my main foyer because he's my
Sick.
bro. He's the coolest guy.
I assume he has a poster of you too. I would hope.
I should. Oh no!
Maybe you can give him one.
What does this mean? I mean, yeah. Obviously, he does. Yeah, of course.
Okay, good.
Well, I mean, but he wears the jacket that I gave him like half the time.
Yeah, that goes a long way.
And he looks really great. Like he's like his girth is like stuffed into it in a very flattering way.
Fantastic.
But he gave me a recipe for like an iron like door crest. Which is like a shield. It's like black iron with like a shield with lions, and it looks so fucking sick. It's way better than any golden candelabra.
Sick.
So, yeah, the only like Sakura recipe I got was like the Sakura Pond Stone, which is like dumb. It sucks.
I think I have one of those. It's okay.
Yeah, I didn't. I caught Sakura petals. Like I was no slouch about catching them.
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't get more recipes. Because, like, there were some that looked really nice. Like, the Sakura lanterns and the Sakura bag was pretty good. But, like, I don't know. I guess I missed my chance until next March or whatever.
Until the cruel question looms its head. Now that I'm bored, is it finally time to start time traveling?
Oh, that's what I'm thinking.
Right now, I'm able to hold off the demons.
My Switch owner said... His condition for us playing on his island was you can do whatever you want, but no time traveling.
But perhaps a Judas Brutus.
It's for fake. It's for
backstabbing
fake gamers,
organization.
he said, and we signed the pact in blood that we wouldn't be fake gamers.
Well, understandable. The quest continues onward for Animal Crossing dominance and supremacy. We should have played the jingle. Okay, whatever. Ben saying Animal Crossing hour. Bruh.
And I have a lot of black roses and a lot of purple ones too. And I gave Cassie some black and pink ones because she wanted them, and it was cool. And that's the story.
Fascinating as
Okay.
always.
Yes.
Eleazar, put in timestamp this moment in the description. Podcast starts here.
No.
Lord of Ghosts.
You're right.
Lord of Ghosts Chapter 7
No.
is out. Act
Well-
2 is finished.
Oh, I read it and I loved it.
I have not read Act 7 yet.
You mean Chapter 7? But yes,
Okay, yes, sure.
it's
Ooh,
it's
don't
real
say Act
cool.
7. I have bad connotations with Act 7. Wait, Act 7's actually okay. That's the one-page flash, right? Act 6 is the bad one.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Act
never
7
mind.
would be fine if Act 6 didn't exist.
Right you are.
That's always been my opinion. Okay.
Read Lord of Ghosts, everybody. It is great, and I did love it. And the events that transpire, I will not spoil, but whoo, baby, it's great. I really like it.
Yeah, it was started as a little like, I wonder if I could make a real comic sort of thing, and it's pretty close to something that's like, yeah, like actually good. People saying,
If you just
"Oh my
stick
god,
the
I didn't
landing
realize
with whatever
you
you're
had
going.
any talents at all." Lol.
Lol, haha, dude, I say that all the time.
Indeed.
I'm tempted to ignore you guys for a while and go read it right now on the podcast, haha, but not tell you that I'm doing that or anything.
Well, that would be so crazy if you did that.
Right.
But it's not that long, so it wouldn't be that big of a deal.
Yeah, well, I will say that for now, for the next 3 or so months, it's going on hiatus for a very specific, important reason that I am going to apply for the Tezuka Award contest thing, manga contest show in Japan. I will submit a manga, and I have to make that in 3 months, which is why I can't really work on Lord of Ghosts, because the maximum page, I'm already way over that with Lord of Ghosts. It's like almost 100 pages now.
I see. How so to tell me about the specifics. I'm very curious about this and how you plan to go about it, just technically speaking.
Right. So the Tezuka thing, it's the 100th anniversary of the thing. It's the thing.
Cool.
It's and they're opening it up to Spanish-speaking, English-speaking, I think Chinese and Korean-speaking countries for the first time. So it's always been a Japanese manga contest. Eiichiro Oda submitted famously, and he got noticed.
Second place, baby.
Yeah. I have no like delusions of grandeur that I'm ever gonna get anywhere close, because it's like there's so many people who could enter, and there's so much talent out there. But I think it would be pretty cringe if I didn't try just because of that. So I'm going
right.
I'm going to take an idea. I've come up with a little plot, and I'm going to make a 30-page manga. It has to read right to left, but they will translate it for you before it gets sent to the Japanese, where they will judge it. I don't expect... the way I'm expecting it to happen, there's no like information, but like the judges include Akira Toriyama and Eiichiro Oda and some other people that I can't remember their names of. So like if it gets to them and my comic appears in front of them, that would be incredible. But I feel like there's only 5 of them. Let me just get the link to the thing.
Sure. I assume they probably won't like read every single one. There's probably got to be some filter before it gets to those guys.
There's got to be a filter. So here it is. So the people is Eiichiro Oda, Kazue Kato, Kohei Hirokoshi. I can't see these names, but they're notable people, obviously.
Yeah. Looks like the creators of Boku no Hero, Slam Dunk. I don't. Is that fucking sorted on? I don't know what that is. One Piece, Dragon Ball, and
wait, here. Blue Exorcist, Kazue
Oh my
Kato.
god! I'm sorry,
What?
I've just arrived at a twist
Oh,
in
the
a
big
certain
moment.
webcomic that I am not currently reading while you discuss something that I haven't been paying attention to.
Does it have anything to do with a problematic creature?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Probably. You could probably say that about a lot of things, though.
Well, I think there'd be a more obvious yes if it's what. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Okay.
Oh,
Anyway,
I think. Oh no, I see what you mean. Oh, okay. No, that wasn't even the one I was talking about. Oh, fuck. All right, Jesus, fucking Christ.
Oh my God! I just want to say, since you're okay, I won't spoil it, but like the way that you do the very end of that chapter, you build it up and you just give that little joke at the end. Perfect. Mwah, the best. You don't end it on a big gay total thing. It's I love it. I just love the way that was done. And that's why you're gonna win the Tezuka Award. I believe in you.
The whole thing is a big gay total thing.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Well,
But
shit.
yeah, they got Japanese people. I hope that it would get to them, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be like thousands of other people vetting, like choosing the wheat from the chaff.
Gotta be.
Hopefully,
these guys will probably see the
style
finalists.
Will get me far. I don't want to try and be like, I have to be Japanese and exactly like everyone else if I want to win.
Right.
No, you just got to be cool.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah,
that's what Oda would like.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that's true. Thinking back to his style and how he's always been like very different. You know, it's funny. There's definitely like a generic anime look, like the A1 Pictures look that we're all familiar with. And of these, like the Blue Exorcist one is, I think that's Kazue Kato or whatever. I think that's who that is. Like that one is a little bit close to it. I mean, Slam Dunk a little bit, but Slam Dunk's always had like very kind of realistic and I don't know, cool masculine art. And maybe Deku a little bit, but even like all the others have very distinct styles. And like, sure, Dragon Ball has gone on to like influence a ton, but it has a very different style from a lot of these.
Bird Studio.
Bird Studio.
I mean, I looked at the picture of Goku expecting to see Toriyama.
If you scroll down a little bit, you'll see a picture of the 6 judges and their names. So Akira Toriyama.
Oh, cool.
It's
got to be like
no,
his
but I'm
studio
saying
or
I don't
something.
see Akira Toriyama. It says
No, you
Bird
scroll
Studio.
down, you
goddammit.
see it.
His name is there.
Oh.
In comments from the judges or something, yeah.
Oh, in the article, I see.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway,
no. Yeah.
Well, in any case, yes. As long as it's good. I mean, I can't speak to the rest of these guys necessarily, but I am sure that Oda is at least open-minded to appreciate all different types of styles, and they probably all are. These guys are comic artists, right? They know what's up. They've been around the block a few times, so very very exciting.
Yeah, so
Man, it makes me want to read Slam Dunk. Slam Dunk looks so cool. I love the art from Slam Dunk, but yeah.
so I'm gonna be doing that for the next 3 months. It's gonna probably be very like Lord of Ghosts is built off of Rowdy Fuckers Cop Killers. You know, it has that lore already going into it. This is gonna be a completely unique story that has to be built from the ground up with characters and stuff. So I'm hoping I can do that.
You've done it before with Canon Story once or twice.
Yeah, you know, looking at I could just submit that, really.
Just submit that. I'm really excited to see what you produce. Do you know the like the hard deadline for like when you need to have it done to turn in or whatever?
The 1st of September.
Okay. Well, shit, dog. That's really exciting, and I can't wait to see what you produce.
I mean, I'm tempted to say, maybe I should join. I should submit something too, but like,
do it.
I don't know. I don't. I mean, maybe if I think of something that I want to do with that, I would. But if I don't, then I won't. And that's what I have to say about that.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So Ben, you've read the chapter now. What do you think of the Lord of Ghosts chapter 7?
What do I think of the Lord of Ghosts chapter 7? I think that it's the final nail in the coffin. I think that
is that like a personal attack or something? Or...
Christ,
Oh,
I hate it.
no.
I hate that so fucking much. Will end you. I think I don't know. I think it's based, but not very bread pilled, and that's what I have to say about that.
There's 2 criteria you gotta meet, and if you meet one and not the other, dead. Wait.
Wait. I'm just clicking through the end part now. Load, damn it.
He read it fast. He's just looking at the
Okay.
pretty pictures. He doesn't know the lore. He doesn't know the pathos, the ups and downs. This
Wait.
fucking guy.
I chose the name because...
Oh yeah, let's just wait for Ben to finish rereading the chapter. That
I've gotta
sounds fun.
See, like they're discussing the name, and I've got to see. What else do they say about the name afterward? After I got to that part, I kind of skipped ahead. Okay, got it.
Gabe, what's the short way to say the name of the town? New Biggin by the Sea, aka Neo York, right?
Yeah. I can't think how to...
Because you say
Biggin by the Sea, aka Neo York. It'll be NNBTSakaNY.
NNBTSakaNY. It's like Osaka, but
I like it.
different, but London. NNBTSakaNY. Well, sick. There it is. We'll put that in the show notes so everybody can see that.
This is fucking based. It continues.
Yep,
it continues to be my favorite content on the internet.
Hell yeah.
I can't think of anything better right now. Well, perhaps with one small exception, though it is a different sort of thing. And it is all right. We gotta address the big thing, the big elephant in the room that we've been beating ourselves around.
Beating our meat too.
Of course, the big beating our meat too. Gotta stop ignoring it. We have to talk about the new Plinkett video that came out about Star Trek Picard and how it was based.
All right,
and how it was
here's
great.
my hot
Okay.
take. I felt like this was a kind of a bad Plinkett review, insofar as it doesn't contain all the necessary context in order for you to really understand what's happening, and I didn't really feel like I understood what the reason for it existing is, because it feels like it's just sort of saying a little bit extra on top of those reviews that they did of the show.
Had you watched the
I
reviews
understood the
before?
context,
I did.
but it's because I've been watching the reviews, so I basically had all this
Yeah.
information already.
Yeah, I watched the reviews as well, but like, I won't go back to watch this Plinkett review because I need to watch the reviews as well in order to really get it. Like, it doesn't stand as well on its own. That's my
I
hot
see your
take.
point. You know, I mean, I've been following this with great interest, and I've rewatched the reviews on Plinkett like many times because I mean, I got into Star Trek due to Red Letter Media's Plinkett reviews of the old movies, like the Next Generation movies and stuff, and I love those, and they're basically a very similar style of content to what this is. So, like, to me, it was kind of like a return to the classic old Plinkett from way back. And, you know, maybe it's true that they, like, those ones do a better job of explaining the context. But those weren't built on the back of, like, existing reviews that had already been done. So, perhaps it's slightly different context or whatever.
I also,
Yeah.
just happenstance, like, I've been re-listening to all of the Plinkett reviews. The Star Wars Awakens, the original Phantom Menace, and all that. And I've noticed that there are a few that I like to rewatch, and there are a few that they don't stand up. Like the Titanic one, it's okay.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones, that's all right. The Ghostbusters one is really good. That one feels like a full, like, it feels like it's not just here's some bad media and here's me talking about why it sucks. It's like a bigger thing than that, because there's a lot of stuff around the Ghostbusters movie to talk about.
Right.
And the original Plinkett reviews were about the prequel trilogy of Star Wars and how people don't realize that it sucks so much, and he's trying to explain to everyone that George Lucas is a hack fraud, and he's
Right,
he's
there's so
not
much more to those.
Yeah, like, it's
than
not
the
just
movie. Yeah.
bad movies. It's like George Lucas was never that good, actually. No, Empire was the one he had the least to do with creatively, and all that sort of stuff. Star Wars Awakens review was about the fact that Disney is a terrible company and it is going to ruin our lives forever, not just the Force
Right.
Awakens review. So, like, things like Baby's Day Out, the Titanic, don't hold up. This Picard one, I feel, falls into that. I'm probably not going to rewatch it that much. So it's still fine. But, like, some of the jokes also were a bit, I don't know, forced. He made a poop joke once.
Oh, but that's classic.
It's
Plinkett.
classic, but
Yeah.
I feel like there wasn't enough of it to be if you know what I mean. Like you just threw
I mean,
it in there
thi-
because
this-
Plinkett's supposed to say "oh shit" joke. Let's put shit
This one
here.
definitely. I mean, it definitely was a little more bare bones in like I would say like the Plinkett lore and the comedy. It was more of a straightforward discussion of the series, and then there was like some funny bits like what was that intergalactic treaty, and it's really funny. I'm watching Star Trek Voyager right now. It is a huge. Okay, I don't know the full Star Trek lore post Voyager. But like this show takes place probably a few decades after Voyager ends or whatever. But the idea of a transgalactic treaty, as mentioned in that, I mean, since I'm currently experiencing Voyager for the first time, the entire conceit of Voyager is that they are so far away, and the galaxy is divided into quadrants in Star Trek. I don't know how that works, but that's how it is. And they're in the Delta Quadrant, and they're trying to get back to the Alpha Quadrant, where like all of Star Trek took place. And they are 70,000 light years away. And there are various types of, they call it transwarp, like faster than the hard limit beyond the faster than the speed of light that warp travel gives them, that would make journeys like that potentially possible. But like the idea of a transgalactic treaty that there can be no like synthetic life it's just one of those things that any Star Trek person would immediately be like, you're telling me that the Romulans and the Klingons and the entire Federation and the fucking Vorta and the fucking founders in the fucking that's the Gamma Quadrant of the fucking Dominion, they all agreed to not make sense? Very silly. Very silly idea.
It's a Game of Thrones. It takes 2 minutes to sail all the way to the fucking.
Yes, it's very much like that.
Thing. Like they don't understand the scale. I mean, I'm not a Star Trek person, so I don't know any of that, and I don't feel like Plinkett made it like abundantly clear how ridiculous that was.
I don't blame you or anybody else who feels that this video was a little bit like lacking in the punch or more of the Plinkett stuff they would love. But for me, it was because these guys become a deep lore Star Trek guy. Sure, that's fine. But it's just that I brought the context with me because I know all these characters and I've explored it over the last the last 5 years have been me getting ready for this video. So like I have been fully prepared watching like all these shows during that time, and it was just in time to consume this. So I recognize I'm in a slightly different position from people who have not. But for me, it was a big coom after a long time. But you know, there's another personal element that I appreciated. It was that this video was made in a very fast period of time. It is like a real Plinkett video. You know, maybe it's not one of the best, like wouldn't be rated by critics throughout history as like the best. Okay, understandable. But they made a real Plinkett video after finishing Picard like, I don't know, a month or two ago, and they got it together. I thought it was pretty great in a lot of ways, really impressed. And I just find that inspiring as a guy who struggles to get content out. It made me feel like, you know what, Nate, maybe you don't really need to like overthink. And of course, the video instantly gets 1 million views, and it is like the best, even if you love the reviews of Picard, which I do. I absolutely love them and I've watched them many times. This video is the best condensation of the arguments, basically. And, you know, it's got extra style and pizzazz, and I love the little gimmicks that they put in there. I take a lot of inspiration from that personally, so I will continue to suck Red Letter Media's dick. This hit really well for me personally, but I get, like, if you were to rank in some cosmic order what are the best Plinkett reviews, this probably would not be the top based on, like, everybody's experience of it. But for me, it just hit the right spot, and I really got a lot of good feels out of it.
You know...
delicious
I've been
keto
wondering.
ice cream.
Indeed.
Can't get enough of that wonderful stuff, baby.
But wondering, Nate, about like your workflow. Like how's that working out for you? How are you dealing with making stuff at the moment?
Well, I mean, since deciding to shift the way that I'm releasing content, I know I've talked about it here and there, but just in summary, I basically fully committed to a process where both I have multiple videos in the works. I have like at least 2 scripts basically being worked on at any one time with my editor, No Needbra, like just doing the edits on like the visual edits after I've done like the writing and the mixing and all that stuff. I sent it off to him. He's working on that. Well, I am working on a separate one, and that's like a separate script that's been whatever, prepared, but like I'm editing that with all my little autistic touches and whatnot. And basically, I think that right now I am setting myself up for a much improved rate of output with higher quality videos, and I am pretty close to having stuff ready to release with this like updated workflow. So basically, I know it doesn't look like it right now. There's been no results of this change yet. I'm very keenly aware of that. But I think that in the next like 2 to 3 months, people will see a change in the output specifically with the way I'm doing things. And I think a lot of people are going to be like, oh shit, this is like classic Nate stuff. And we're getting it like faster than ever. We no longer need to wait like 6 months between videos. Now I'm getting one like every month or whatever, or maybe even sooner. So again, like I don't want to do that thing where I'm just talking up about, oh, it's going to be so great soon, guys. Just wait and see. But I do have a lot of confidence that with the changes I've made, and having another editor I'm working with, and if I could get like even another editor who I would also happily pay and work with and stuff, then I would probably have 3 projects to be working on at once. And ultimately, I would love to get to that position as well and just have more people to work with. But for now, I'm pretty damn confident that at least my patrons will be happy boys pretty soon with my output. And really, the patrons are all that matter. Yeah, there you go. That's my thoughts on that.
Okay.
Yo, speaking of content,
Yeah.
man, okay, so this is weird. I was gonna bring this up, but now I have a final twist to put on it.
Sure.
I tweeted angrily the other day about how no new episodes of Monben have gotten translated
Right.
recently. Urasawa Naoki no Monben, which I've talked about before. Do I need to explain what that is again?
Just a
Would you quickly?
Briefly,
reminder.
this guy Urasawa
yeah.
Naoki is a mangaka who has done a bunch of pretty famous manga. He did 20th Century Boys and
Yep.
there's a couple. He did
did
one called Billy
Pluto,
Bat that they talk
I
about in the
believe.
show, but I don't think that one is like as well known.
Yeah, it's not.
There's a couple others.
He's done a lot.
Forgetting them, but
Pluto. I read that one. It's pretty good.
Which one? Huh?
It's called Pluto. It's about
Oh.
robots. I like
Oh,
that one.
Okay.
20th Century is my favorite by him.
And
though,
it's
for
like
sure.
there's like 4 seasons of this show, and in every episode he places cameras in the like work station or the workplace of other mangaka, films them for a week, and then most of the show is like there's like a narrator who sort of narrates like what you're seeing. Like they'll talk about like the kind of pen they're using or like what's going on. They'll sort of this narrator will like give context to the footage and also give like commentary on the conversation that they have. And they basically Urasawa Naoki and whichever one he's got this week, they'll like sit down and sort of like have a conversation where they watch the footage and like sort of talk about like, oh, you do this, oh, you do that, like, oh, I noticed this about like, oh, that's like, well, don't you think artists are kind of like this, like, yeah, the thing about art is that it's all about fetishism. Every time I draw the male clavicle, like that's the secret fetishism coming out. Ha 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 ha. Yes, art truly is the most honorable of professions. Indeed. Whatever. Anyway, there's like 16 episodes, right? It's 4 seasons, and each season is like 4 episodes, and I think there's a pilot, so it's 17 episodes. But we were missing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's like six episodes that I never found, and they're not in order. It's not like the last 6. It's like 1 from season 2, 2 from season 3, 3 from season 4.
Okay.
I can't find them anywhere. There is this one guy who's uploaded the ones that exist on this Daily Motion channel called Habanero S. And that's where I found all of them. And actually, since making that tweet, I found one more. I think it is season 2, episode 4. It's one that I had not seen before, so I did find a new one. But it was uploaded on another Daily Motion channel that is named Naoki Urasawa. So it might even be the guy himself uploaded this one as like a sample or something.
Okay.
So I found that other one, right? But there's still 5 episodes that I've never seen, don't seem to exist anywhere on the internet. And I'm like, God, somebody fucking dropped the ball, or maybe there was a copyright issue or something. And but just now, as I was thinking about this, I see this tweet from Echophoria, who replies to the tweet saying, I know, right? The last I heard, the guy doing the translator was undergoing chemo. I'm afraid to say it, but he might have died.
Jesus Christ.
So That's wild. I wonder. I don't know how. That's such a specific fact to know. I wonder how they know that, or where they heard that from.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
And I
it's
hope
been
it's
released
not
somewhere.
true. But in terms of how it affects me personally, it sort of doesn't matter if it's true or not. It seems at this point that unless somebody else steps up and does something, I might never get to watch the rest of Manben. They have
In
some
time. Someone will take
I
up
hope
this
so.
crusade. Hopefully.
I fucking hope so.
Yeah.
They have they probably already translated the one with the most famous people. Like they did they did the Junji Ito one got translated last year.
Ooh,
and
I'd love
there's
to see that
another
one.
one with fuck, I always forget his name, but the guy who did Poon Poon.
Yeah, I forget his name too.
They did one with the guy who did
it's a good
Poon
boy.
Poon. Eno?
God, I don't know. I don't remember it all.
And the guy who did I think they did one with the guy who did I Am a Hero, the zombie one.
Yeah, okay, I know that one.
And there's a couple others that I had never heard of anywhere else before, but maybe they're more popular in Japan. It's such a good show. It's so interesting. My favorite one is the guy who draws like another one I'd never heard of, but he does like very like he's like totally into like just action shonen stuff. Like that's all he does. And he's like an older guy, but his workflow like there was like this woman. One like the first episode that's other than the pilot is about this woman, and she is like incredibly prolific. She pumps out like a new like 30-page chapter like every week. Sometimes she does it on like multiple stories running concurrently, and she's got like a huge team. She's got like 8 assistants. They all work in this little office, and they're all like running around with like folders and like pens and pencils and like just doing little like jobs and stuff. And it's kind of it's pretty assembly line, but that's cool. But then there's this other guy, this shonen guy. His workspace, it's just him and 3 assistants just sitting at a table, and they play like heavy metal music all the whole time. And like the rule is like no silence. Like we've got like we're like the atmosphere has got to be like upbeat. We got to be like cracking jokes the whole time, just like having a good fucking time while we do this. And they're just like passing pages around, and like he's my favorite. He's my favorite dude.
That's cool.
What a great fucking program, and what a shame if I don't get to see the other 5 episodes.
That is a fascinating idea.
Yeah.
I should watch the show.
I'm just remembering that when Munchie came to London, as depicted in Laura Ghost comic, but also in real life.
Oh, spoilers, dude! Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Spoilers, dude.
When Munchie came to London, we went to, I think it was the British Museum. Something. There was a manga exhibit, and you go in, and there's a bunch of like original pages. Like we saw the page in One Piece where Luffy remembers that he has friends after the Marineford War and all that.
Ah, yes.
Like that
Classic.
actual page, I could see how he shaded in the hair, and I was like, whoa, it's right, it's just right there. Hell yeah. Lots of cool stuff. And then also on a TV was Manben, and it was subtitled. And I'm like, wait, is there an official subtitled version of this?
Maybe.
It was just on a loop on a TV and a little thing next to it saying Manben is a show where it goes around to manga authors. And I was like, oh, I know that from Ben Saint.
Huh. That's you know, I also got the impression that there was an official subbed version because I saw like the one on the channel called Urasaki Naoki. I might have say the name wrong.
Naoki, that's right.
Yeah, Naoki. The one on his channel, it's subbed in the exact same way as the. I want to know where this Echophoria person gets their information, because my impression that these were official subs that had just not been released due to some kind of copyright issue, because there is a website, Naoki. There is a NaokiUrasawa.com, which you would think is his official site, but it's not. It says, "I'm not Naoki Urasawa, I'm just a supporter of his work. On this site you'll find English subtitled versions of Urasawa Naoki no Manben, the interview series created by himself, blah, 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 blah." I didn't actually read this, but I should probably... Okay. So he has a bunch of episodes posted, but then he updates on January of last year. He says NHK flagged his videos for copyright and his YouTube account got taken down, which I did see.
Okay.
And then, but like the videos are still listed on there are some of the videos are still listed, but they don't seem to be listed on YouTube. And when you click them, they don't see not available. They say publishing in progress, which I've never seen before.
That is strange.
And
that
then
might be the thing when,
other
if
ones
you
of
set
them
a video,
say video unavailable as though it's a YouTube thing.
That publishing in process might be that thing where with YouTube, if you set it to automatically be public, but like it goes through a process of first it uploads and then it processes. So maybe the video is technically available publicly, but maybe it's stuck in that limbo due to copyright. You'd think it would just finish processing and then say blocked on copyright grounds or whatever.
I mean, the fact that
I
I have never seen this message on any YouTube video makes me think that it's not that.
Yeah, you might be right.
But I don't know what it is. Anyway, the point is that my impression was that these were officially subtitled episodes that were just being distributed, underground, and that had been like claimed by the copyright holder.
You should ask that dude
maybe
where
if
he
I
gets his
went,
information.
But maybe
Ask
I
him.
went and I watched the end of like, if I actually looked at the subtitles, you know how the subbers will like include their like subber credits?
Yeah, right.
I could probably find out if I just watched and paid attention.
That's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Yeah. And then maybe I could go look them up and find their blog where they say, "Hey guys, I'm undergoing chemo and I might die." And then the blog goes silent. I go, cringe.
That would be interesting information.
Cringe, bro.
Yeah, that'd be
Bruh.
Yeah,
one of those.
totally.
Oh no, please. No. All right, well, that's all well and good. Let's see what happens with that. But seriously, reply to that guy. Maybe he could probably just hook you up. Is my guess. If he has information, unless he's just talking absolute out of his ass, doesn't know where he's getting the information.
I will just ask him like, where did you get this information?
Gonna need a link, bro. Gonna need a source, fam.
Yeah. Fuck you. Yeah, fuck you,
Indeed.
idiot.
Oof. Well, should we talk about Digi? That's that's a thing.
I mean,
people are asking about.
Yeah, she's a woman now. Lol.
There's not much to say. There's definitely not much to say.
There's not that much. You would think there'd be more to say, but I mean, I can acknowledge it. I mean, okay, I guess I will say that I thought it was a joke. Digi also seemed
she
to
phrases
think
a joke, no doubt,
that
at first.
she needed to clarify that no, actually, I know it sounded like a joke when I said it the first time, but no, this is serious. And I asked her in the Discord, I said, hey, is this real or is this like a ruse? And she said, no, this is real. And I said, all right, well, I will match your level of dedication. I will take it as seriously as you do. So if you're serious about it, then okay, fair enough. And that seems to be the case. And she thought I was saying like, she said like, oh, I will say, funny. This was before that the she made the posts about it, being a girl or whatever. I had wait, no, I can't say it. It's a spoiler.
A spoiler? Oh, okay.
You know what I'm talking about. I posted
I do know what you're talking about. Yeah.
That is a spoiler? Okay.
I'm going to say yes.
Listen,
we got to keep that in the
for
back.
no particular reason, I posted a female character in the Discord that was based on myself. For some reason, shut up. And I was like,
cut all that. Cut all.
No,
this.
don't cut all that. Don't cut all. It needs content.
All right.
It's fine. Look, don't worry about it.
Okay.
And attentive viewers will be rewarded with nuggets of information that they can piece together bits of the puzzle. And I posted that, and Digi was like, "Is this your trans Sona?" And I was like, "Lol, no." I mean, I thought it was a joke. But no. And then later she said like, oh, okay. No, I actually thought this was like a legit transona. I didn't realize what it was actually for. And I was like, lol, what a silly mistake to make. And then when I said like, okay, I will match your level of dedication to, this. And Digi said like, oh, You mean you're gonna be dedicated to being femme
Oh,
too?
right.
And I was like, no, I mean to you being femme now.
It's spreading like a virus, boys and girls. What they tell you is all
Did you
true.
want, Digi has the trans agenda and she wants to spread it and propagate it. She wants to sink her claws into me and turn me to
all
degeneracy.
I see.
As well,
I
and
turn
we have
my
to
gaze out.
resist
All
for
I
the
see are
fate of the
eggs.
white race. We must resist.
All I see is heroic trans individuals and eggs, and except of course in over 30-year-old women. Now they have no eggs at all, of course.
Yes,
this is just science,
Yes.
guys. But
Good.
yeah.
Delicious eggs. So that's my story. That's my struggle with Digi coming out as trans. This is how this has affected me, and I will persevere. And if you want to support me in my endeavors, in spite of all the hardships I face, patreon.com/Ben to help me get through this trying time. Thanks very much.
It's kind of funny, like there isn't really much to say about it. It's just sort of like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you know.
Yeah.
But there were a lot of people. I was like curious why so many people said, "Oh, I've seen this coming for a million years. This is bound to happen eventually. Lol, I saw it coming." And I'm like, I didn't. Do I not know Digi well enough? Am I stupid? Did I not pick up on all these things that they say?
Don't you remember all the times that Digi talked about wanting to be a little girl?
I just thought that was an anime thing. I just thought that was a him thing.
I mean, it could be. It could be, but like, I heard people say Digi is an egg, and I thought, I guess I could see it. And now it was true. And I'm like, yeah, not a huge shock, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not too shocked.
It's
just like I'm a little confused as why I couldn't see the signs, or like what, like I don't know.
I mean, visibly, outwardly, Digi is always presented pretty male, but that always seemed to be, or that seems to have been due to sheer laziness, which hey, we all do, right? The biology there is male, got a beard and whatnot. What can you do? So, I mean, who can say what's going on in a person's head? So, I don't know. Yeah, not that surprising.
I mean, she said, a person says, "I want to be a girl" a whole bunch of times. Like what? Like,
Yeah, but who doesn't?
I mean, Digi personally has fed like confusion specifically. I mean,
what man has not wondered what it would be like to be the other sex for just at least a day?
I guess.
Indeed.
Nate, I missed what you said.
I don't know, nothing important. I mean, Digi has constantly expressed like confusion. So I mean, I don't think it's crazy to be like, okay, who knows exactly how this will pan out? This seems like a pretty reasonable way to turn out, but that's
anyway,
it.
Anyway, all this is to say that she's kicked off the podcast.
Yeah,
that's correct.
She's gay now, and we can't abide that.
Looking forward to the makeup tutorials and the the what is it? Where do girls shop? Girl Co.
Store.
Clothing haul. Girls
Women
store.
be
TM.
shopping.
They be shopping, man, and it's disgusting. Yeah.
Did you
prepare to receive the white hot lens of my misogyny, and it's going to come in hot and hard. So be prepared.
Okay, but like women. Am I right?
What's going to be really embarrassing is that when we have Radcon 5 and we do our customary like gay orgy, it's not going to be gay anymore. There's going to be a woman there.
Oh, gross. Well, now it's not funny. Nah, canceled.
Well, hey, did say that Fuda was the preferred identity of choice. So Fuda is somewhere on the gay spectrum, right? I'm gonna go with a yeah.
Oh wait. I mean, I don't know. Hotly debated, I guess.
It is debated. It is debated. One day the scholars will inform us, but we'll just have to wonder until then. Well, I mean, there you go, you jackals. There's your hot takes on the trans question, asked and answered.
We solved
Not much to say.
We sorted it.
Yep, settled the issue. I mean, hey, that's all I got. I got voicemails.
Wait, surely something else. Surely something else must have happened in my life this week. Oh wait,
Gabe,
no.
You saying something?
It's quarantine.
Oh, I was just gonna say that I've been rereading Berserk.
Yeah, from the start.
Yeah, well, I rewatched the anime, or rather, I watched the anime all the way through for the first time. It was like, oh
never
my
done that.
god, I love this. It's probably one of my top 10 anime favorites.
It is really good. It is really.
It is exactly what I like in a show. It's slow and it's epic and it's quiet.
Have you watched the famous?
badass.
Have you watched the famous like bloopers that are attached to the Berserk anime and the English dub? They are the stuff of legend.
Like
And,
voice
I have not
bloopers?
heard that.
Hey, I will acquire for you the link. The Berserk anime is famous for its like blooper reel or whatever that are like wrong takes done to it, and you should definitely check it out. Berserk anime bloopers.
Cool.
It's like 10 minutes long. Or no, it's like 40 minutes long. Jesus Christ. Okay, here we go.
But
Just
yeah,
give it a listen sometime.
I watched the anime and I was like, okay, let's read the manga from this point.
Right.
Because I've read the manga all the way anyway, so I'm rereading it, and I'm like, dang, this is just like, this is so good. This is how many pen lines is that? That's like 1 million little pen lines on that drawing. How does he do that? How does his hand not fall off? I'm just being enamored. I think it's that one image in the latest Lord of Ghost chapter with this a lot of shading, a lot of like cross hatching. That was because I was looking at the part in Berserk where it's in the holy place with the tower
With the
forget
priests
what it was
and
called.
the yeah.
Yeah, and it's like night is falling and all of the big scary gloop monsters are sucking up everyone and climbing the tower and forming a giant hand.
Right.
And it's just like that. It's like so fucking visceral, so fucking well drawn. Every fucking frame a painting. I love Berserk. It's so much of an inspiration to me. I think about it constantly now. I just if there could be anything I could do in my life, it would be to draw Berserk. That's plus one to the list of the things I just want to do. I want to draw One Piece, draw Berserk, and draw Homestuck.
Do you want
Any thoughts? Oh yeah, go on, Ben. Go on.
Well, I was gonna say, I also revisited a classic work of massive cultural import and breathtaking, stunning quality and craftsmanship.
Yeah.
I'm talking, of course, about the entire angry video game nerd disc videography.
Catalog, yeah.
I like played the entire fucking series.
Jesus Christ.
I just put on the playlist and let it go for like a whole week.
Did you
How many
listen
episodes is
to
that now?
the
don't
series videos, like hours long?
Yeah, the ones that are the entire series put together in one video,
Yeah,
right?
those are great.
Yep. That's what I've been sort of like having on for like the past however many days or whatever.
It's so easy to just do all of them when you start like watching any of them.
Like it is. It's like they just kind of it doesn't really feel like one ends and a new one begins a lot of the time. It kind of
Really?
Sometimes it does, other times it doesn't. Yeah, a lot of the endings are like really abrupt and don't really like. I think a lot of the time he just ends an episode with like taking a dump on the game, and then the next episode just ends with him like talking about. So this game is a piece of shit, and it makes me feel like a piece of donkey doo doo hurled out of a grizzly bear's vagina, and what were they thinking?
That's a good one.
I don't know. Now
Mate,
I
you should have that as one of your sounds.
I'm adding it to my note. The what were they thinking anime?
What
video,
were they
anime video.
thinking? I've been saying
The anime video game nerd. That's gonna be me. Yes.
The anime video game nerd. That's pretty good.
It's right. Konnichiwa. Fucku feisu. Fuck this
Well,
game. Sakue fuku.
Well, if he's the
Shinobi
if he's the anime
dick.
game, if he's the anime video game nerd, he's not gonna be angry. He's gonna be anime.
Yeah, he's just a video game nerd who
He's just a nerd who is an anime.
Oh,
and
if only I
likes
had this
video
on my
games.
soundboard, I'd play it. Well, okay, this one works. When he's angry, instead of screaming, or when he's playing a video game, instead he goes. He gives you one of those, you know?
Yeah.
But he'll also do that. Dok dok. Yo! yo, you know that one.
Oh, yeah. The one
that's a classic.
The one that you hear at the beginning of the Pastel Defender Heliotrope game. And
the one you hear at the beginning of Jiraiya's theme and the Naruto OST.
I don't care about that. Watch my fucking Jennifer Diane Wright's lecture, and at the beginning there's the game interlude where you see the video game that has that yo whatever.
It's a kabuki thing.
Little kabuki theater fucking sound effects and shit
like
mixed with like pinball video game noises. Legendary aesthetic experience. Bass.
I should add that.
So fucking good.
Yeah, you should add that. That's a good one. I do.
You should add the entirety of Berserk to your soundboard.
That's a good idea. Autoplay.
I have.
Yep.
I did remember one more thing that happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
More thing that happened to me this week. I ordered more. Remember how I was making gummy worms?
Of course.
But then I ran out of that syrup. And the distributor weren't selling it anymore for mysterious reasons.
Right.
Well, I have good and bad news. I ordered the powdered form of it, not the syrup form. That's the good news. I got the stuff again. The kind of bad news is I was like, what is the relation of this syrup to the powder? Is the syrup just the powder dissolved in water? I don't know. So I tried just mixing it in water, and it kind of worked. Like, it did mix. And it did give the gummies, like, more of that... I think maybe I put too much in. Because, like, I don't know. There might be a balance to be struck here. Because I tried using this stuff. It did give them more of a gummyish texture. It gave them too much of a gummyish texture. They were, like, very sticky. And they didn't hold together very well. But also, it didn't mix perfectly. And there were sort of, like, kind of, like, the bottoms of them were kind of a little bit hard and chewy. And sometimes there were even, like... kind of lumps in them that you couldn't even really chew at all, and it was a little unpleasant. Okay. So there's work to do. There's work to do on getting it right with this powdered form, but we'll get there. We'll get there, boys. And one day maybe we'll return to the promised land with that sweet, sweet tapioca soluble fiber syrup once it returns to the internet wave stores, and that will
I'm looking forward to it.
Was that it?
Yeah. There we go. Classic.
Bass.
I love Japan. Period.
Well, hey. I guess we're ready for voicemails because I've said all I have to say.
I'm ready. I'm ready to go. All right, let's do it. Let me see here. Where did I put them?
Oh, the Joker, baby!
Oh, that's not a voicemail. That's the Joker, baby. Easy to confuse. Let me see. Okay, here we go.
My favorite part of the Joker movie is when Joaquin Phoenix turns to look directly into the camera and says, "Now I have become the Joker." Now,
or we did it, Batman. Now, we finly became
this face.
Joker.
Now this face is the mask. The makeup is my true self.
Yes.
I honestly don't know.
And then I collapsed.
That iconic scene.
I actually haven't seen it. He might very well say that.
You haven't seen it?
No, I haven't. I meant to see it, but I never got around to it.
It will be available for stealing.
What are you?
I
don't
know.
Watch current movie. I don't watch any movie.
Like a base animal.
I'm a Philistine.
What are you?
I love
like,
movie.
I think it's like a depression thing where I like don't appreciate art anymore of any kind. The thought of it sickens me.
Except the Lord of Ghosts.
Except for the Lord of Ghosts. The Lord of Ghosts is the only thing that doesn't make me feel that way.
Speaking of saturation due to an overabundance of media, if that's
not what I was talking about.
All right. But depression, at least partially induced by hating the universe and the world and being sad at its existence, that happened to me. But before we discuss that, listen to this voicemail called, where did I put it? This is Reverse Nostalgia. Okay, take it away. Go.
I had a really strange experience recently. So I had not played Animal Crossing at all prior to New Horizons coming out. And I'd played Smash Bros, and there's Animal Crossing characters and stages and music and stuff in there. And all of it was just kind of okay, yeah, whatever, that's neat to me. It was just okay, it's a game I don't really play, but I mean, it doesn't, I don't know, it's like whatever. But now, after having played Animal Crossing New Horizons, I get like almost all of the references and stuff, and it like feels so invigorating, like playing Smash Bros. Again, just like to know all the Animal Crossing shit. And like,
I know
I
that
want to
feel.
do that for more games now. Like, I haven't played every single game on the Smash Bros. Roster. But this experience has made me want to play more of them, just to like get that feeling. Because like I would like get all of the like, I don't know, Mega Man stuff or whatever, like Mario or
Yep.
like because I had played those games and it's like, oh yeah, that's like the level from the whatever the character. But like there's some that I just don't even fucking know, man. Like it's crazy. I don't even know how to describe this feeling. It's like reverse nostalgia.
There it is. Title drop.
What it's called
Boom.
is that I saw it and I clapped. That's what you're feeling.
I kind of feel.
I know exactly how it feels. I feel the same. I played Earthbound long after Smash, and then I was like, oh shit, I want to go check that out.
I don't know if I feel the same way, because like a lot of the time, like in the Earthbound city, it's Eagleton, right, or Eagletown?
I think it's Onett.
No,
Isn't it
Onett.
that you-
Eagle Land is the name of the country. Onett is the town. You know, you see Onett in Smash Bros. And it's like all 3D and there's all this stuff happening. You play Earthbound and Onett is like it's just like some pixelated houses. It's not much more than like a Pokemon town.
Well, yeah.
So,
but it's fun to see how things are interpreted.
And I feel like I would,
don't know.
I guess, but I feel like I would feel the same way about like a Mega Man level or something, or whatever. I think what a lot of my experience with this kind of thing is a lot of the times I'll see something referenced as like an important video game history thing, or whatever, and then in the unlikely chance that I do go back and play the thing, watch the thing, whatever, and get that context, a lot of the time my thought is like, oh, like that's all it was back then. Like, because a lot of the time, if it's something that's like became famous, it at the time was just like a pretty humble thing that maybe didn't even call much attention to itself. You know what I mean?
Yep, that's true.
The town of Onett was not like this landmark thing. It wasn't like the game wasn't about it. It wasn't fleshed out that much. But I guess just because it was the thing in the game that was such a hit, it got recognition and became sort of famous in its own right. And then especially so when they put it into Smash, because they needed a setting from the game. What's a setting from Earthbound? First one to come to mind, Onett, I guess. Okay, we'll go with that. All right, now it's a famous video game location.
As long as people don't have some like weird expectation, I guess they should you should know okay, this game was made in like 89? I don't know, like Super NES, like way back in the day. You should just keep that in mind. You're like, okay, like it's not gonna like blow my mind. But then there's there's a reason people love that game. I played it like way later in life, and I absolutely loved it, even as like a kid.
Wait, what game?
Either as like playing
what game?
Well, Earthbound is
We're
what I mean
not talking
right now.
about Earthbound. That's just an example.
The only thing I know
sure.
about Earthbound is that it gets really, really fucked up. And there isn't a really fucked up Earthbound stage. Like, why is that? Doesn't it get into like psychic horror almost?
Well, there is the big city from Mother 3 in Brawl that was put in there, and that has like the Chimera, which is a big fucking monster. I mean, they could have done Nightside, but like Nightside is like a weird version of like what is it, Forsen, that city or whatever? I can't remember exactly. More like 4-cent garbage.
The one where like yes is no and no is yes.
Yeah.
That would have been.
I mean, they
a
only
cool
have so many
level.
stages.
And it just
I
it just
agree.
reverses all your controls or whatever. Yeah, fuck you, player.
You have to ask the Smash staff as to why they thought some made for better stages than others. I don't know.
But this question was not about Earthbound. I was just using it as an example.
No. Right. Which is fine. I mean, I totally know what this guy. I mean, when Dissidia was coming out, Dissidia Final Fantasy in like 2008, that along with my longtime fandom of Final Fantasy, I was like, okay, fuck this. I need to now go play like all the Final Fantasies that I've missed. And then I went back and I think I played like 3, and I think I played 4, and like I don't know if the sequel to 4 was out then. I'd already played like 5 and 6, I think. I think I played like, I tried to beat Ape but didn't finish it or something. I don't know, I played like a bunch because I wanted like, ooh yeah, like I don't know who the fuck Onion Knight is. I want to know what Onion Knight's about. So I'm gonna go play Final Fantasy 3. Turns out like there is nothing to Onion Knight. That's just the default class and it is good and cool. But I mean, a better thing is that like in the original Dissidia, and they fucking changed it for the sequel, which was stupid, the Bartz's ultimate attack, like Cloud has Omni Slash. Okay, big, iconic, of course that's his ultimate attack. Bartz's is Rapid Fire Dual Wield Spellblade, which is just a really efficient and strong combination of powers from Final Fantasy V. It's like literally called that, which is just like a meta thing that like the community was aware of, and it became like his quote-unquote ultimate attack, which is pretty based, pretty cool. So I don't know, it like, and it's fun to just go back and like learn how such things came to be. Such, I don't know, whatever. That's not like really a cultural touchstone, this particular combination of attacks, but I mean in the community it is. I don't know, whatever. I certainly get where this guy's coming from. Oh, there was another thing I want to say about this guy. So that voice is probably familiar to you, ladies and gentlemen, because this guy leaves a lot of voicemails. I don't know if he has like a handle or a name. I just want to say for the record, this man, this creature left like 16 voicemails this week, and I counted, and I got to 16. And I'm letting you know, I tweeted about this before, I just stopped listening after like, I would listen to like 10 seconds, it's this guy again. Don't leave, stop, don't do that. I don't have time to listen to 16 voicemails from the same person. Cut it down. Cut it down.
Wait, is that the same
chill.
guy that just did this one?
Yeah, that guy, I mean, this question was fine. It was the first one I heard. But then he just went on to do more and more and more. And like some were fine, but I just got absolutely bored. I'm not gonna, like they were not like amazing ones, each one. They were just like, hey, I'm thinking about this. Save it for your diary, bro. Do not need every thought you have. Just give us your best. You can get like 3, and that's plenty.
You know what they
that's
say?
Plenty.
If we can't accept you at your... If you know what they say,
James
if we can't accept your
Charles.
worst voicemail, then don't bother sending us your best voicemail. Wait, no. So yes, actually,
I think that's
exactly it. That is true.
So to you, sir, I say, there you go. All right, moving on. Consider the ramifications of your actions. All right, next up, we've got a little voicemail called Workout World. By one.
Oh, that place
Matt
that I still owe like
Blasphemous.
$100 to, Lamau.
Yes, they're on to you. But let's see what they
Oh
have
no!
to say.
Wait, did I? Okay,
Uh-oh.
okay, go on.
Take it away, WW. Go.
Workout World, this is Bartholomew. How may I gain your macros?
Dude, I hate that guy.
Yeah, boss, we got a caller. Give me that, Bartholomew. Come on, hand it over. Oh, hi! I didn't see you there over my massive pectoralis majors. Let me run you the laps, babe. This is Workout World. Tired of body weight exercises? That's your pussy. Quiet, Dorothy. I'm on the phone. We got Smith machines, whip machines, barbells, bare chest bells, horse drills, jump your jacks off. Auto machine wipe down, so you don't end up looking like a retard. Bouncy balls, snake pits, indoor escalators, self-motivators. Saunas, wrap a towel on you. What can I say but deadlift? And for only a year-long contract, you can... Huh? What? Obvious Planet Fitness ripoff? No. Babe, look, we've been kicking around since 86. There's no mistake. No? Fuck, Barthy, we need to cash out now. It looks like we got the Ben Saint backlog card. Oh, yeah, that little termite. Yes, of course. We'll have your money shortly, lawyer man.
They'll never fucking catch me.
They're en route, Ben.
They're like a 2-minute walk down the road from me.
And they're Star Trek.
I'm hiding in plain sight.
Yeah. They're lunging over to you right now with 80-pound dumbbells in each hand.
Dude, they shouldn't have had
in 1
Smith
month.
machines. Fuck the Smith machine.
They are an embarrassment
pussies.
to any self-respecting gym. Yeah, they are for pussies.
For
no doubt
pussies
about it.
and the disabled. And I hate them. My two least favorite
but you
groups
repeat
of people.
yourself. Yeah. All right. What is a disabled person but a pussy who just needs to, just get over it, bro? Just like grow new limbs, bro. Like, what's the big deal?
Hey, did I talk about the history of cheese making memes?
I don't think so.
All right, let me just break in here to tell you about the funniest thing that happened to me this week.
Sure.
And sad to say, it was just a meme that I found on the internet.
Okay.
I was kind of drunk, but I saw this meme. I saw a tweet that said, "All I can do now is make history of cheese making memes." And there were a couple of memes, but I'll just tell you the best one. It was, the one of the anime guy who's gesturing at a butterfly and he says, "Is this something?" Right?
Of course.
Well, this one was, the guy was a human being in Mesopotamia circa 5,000 to 7,000 BC. He's gesturing at the butterfly. The butterfly is a goat's bladder, a sheep's bladder containing rennet, an enzyme that promotes curdling. Is this a good place to store milk?
That's well done.
I was like,
that's good.
out of breath laughing at it for like minutes on end. There were a couple other memes.
I guess
it.
not. I guess that.
No.
Well, no,
not at
well,
all.
no. You see, there was another meme attached. You would think no. The answer was no, but then there was the other meme with, it's sort of like the Drake reaction, but it's like a girl, and the first she's going like ugh, but the second she's going and the first is like opening up my sheep's bladder to find that the milk I stored in it has curdled, and then the second one is realizing I've just invented cheese. It's like. The thing about being a human in Mesopotamia circa 5,000 to 7,000 BC is that you would never ever go anywhere without your trusty sheep's bladder, and you're always looking for places to store all this milk. Like, what's the point to do? Like, it was no. The first guy who put milk in their rennet rich sheep's bladder was like the guy who first put peanut butter on chocolate. It was just a match made in heaven.
But my question is, how do you get the cheese out? Do you have to squeeze it? Is it still liquidy? I guess it is. I guess you condense it later, right?
Squeeze it out like toothpaste.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. I was wondering if you had to lose a perfectly good bladder for such things.
There was a third meme. I don't know. It was also about rennet. What? I don't give a fuck. You get the point.
Yeah, all right.
More rennet,
Try to
please.
link those if you can find it, Ben, for our adoring audience.
I'm sure it won't be hard for me to find.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, let's move on to our
voicemail,
next
please.
voicemail. Yes, of course. Caligula is calling in. He apparently has something to say. Take it away, Sea-Dog.
Hey guys, last episode y'all talked about Melee and there's a lot of misinformation. I'm a Melee player. I'm super in on the scene. I want to give some things.
Oh, cool.
One, Melee is not like super big. We get really good viewer numbers, but we're not a very large community. We don't have the biggest numbers, especially at EVO. Ultimate pulls like double, almost triple the amount of entrants we do. But the real reason Melee was kicked last year is because with Ultimate coming out, EVO 2019 didn't want to have 2 Smash games for like the 5th year in a row. They only have 9 spots for so many fighting games, and they're really important.
Oh, they're already doing it.
And Melee does use CRTs, which are harder to get, especially nowadays in 2020. They're archaic tech. So Mr. Wizard, the EVO owner, kicked us, and most people think it is not just because of those reasons, but also he doesn't really like Melee. He's insulted the game a lot. We only got in off like a donation drive in 2013, and we just were big enough he had to keep us around on pressure. But yeah, it really wasn't any reasons for Nintendo or anything like that. It was really just no 2 Smash games. CRTs are kind of annoying, and Mr. Wizard really does not like Melee. But anyways, thank you.
Okay.
That was just an ad.
No, it wasn't an ad. That was just a response to our discussion about Melee. He was just giving us an inside scoop.
It was an actually, but that's fine.
I guess it kind of was an actually. I guess that's fair.
Actually, to be honest, I wasn't
somebody
listening.
made a comment
Sorry,
about that. On
voice
the
jail.
well.
It bored me. Voice
jail.
No.
Oh no! Come on,
No.
now,
Voice
Ben. You're
bail. I
getting
voice
power
bail.
drunk.
Oh, piece of
Okay.
Damn it.
You got one voice bail per episode. If you're on the episode, you can bail mine. All right. Okay, well, let's see if this one rises to your lofty standards. This is, let me see. Sean recommends the PAP. Oh, yeah, okay. Let's give Sean here an opportunity.
Are you tired of the same old PCP?
You know it,
Do
dog.
you like derivative content? Do you
Absolutely
like to dab on the Jews?
Oh, boy.
Do you want to hear what Australia
dabbing the
is
sweat
like?
off my brow?
Do you want to hear what a real Ben Saint fan has to say?
Ooh.
Do you want to
Raise
hear
his
a
paw?
really good Shaggy impression? Well, if you answered yes to any one of those, might I recommend the Procrastinators Anonymous podcast, which I, the voicemail god, will be on the next episode of.
Wow, I'm
And,
tuning in.
By the way, this one, I have a feeling it won't fizzle out and die like the teen CP,
Oh.
you know?
Ooh, shots
ouch.
fired.
Ooh, that sting. Ooh, what? Who's leading the Teen CP? I think it was just called Teen
The
CP,
guy is
right?
just called
With
Teen
a Teen
CP.
CP.
Yeah.
His Teen CP is just shrinking, right? It's becoming more teensy by the second.
He's become fully RFCK pilled. He doesn't care about the PCP anymore. It seems.
Yeah.
Based. Dab.
Well, fair enough. Well, there you go. The floor is yours. Procrastinators Anonymous podcast. I've listened to 2 episodes. I thought they were pretty interesting.
Mostly I know that their icon on Twitter is a very unflattering photo edit of me.
Oh, that's right.
It's very. I really cringe every time I look at it. But I mean, that's a me problem. Other people might feel
right.
differently.
There's at least one. You got Simon on there. He's the hardcore Ben head, so he's there going to bat for your honor.
I didn't know that. I know.
I like listening to it because sometimes they talk about meat, and that's all I care about is meat.
I guess I
I
should.
sure hope they talk
We are
about
the primary audience.
I guess I
on
should
the
probably
PCP.
give it a listen. I mean, I guess, their mascut. So.
Yeah. You could descend from the clouds.
Dune
to
Kun
visit them.
Dune Kun is on it, right?
I believe Dune Kun is the general organizer,
Yeah.
if I understand correctly.
He's the one who I most
like,
associated
wow,
with
dude,
it.
you're doing a great job on the Procrastinators Anonymous, man.
All right, well,
They got a
consider
shaggy
this
guy.
Consider this a very
A tepid
very
endorsement.
tepid, lukewarm, non-committal endorsement of that.
Certainly not
The best-
not validating
The best
anything
kind,
they've said.
some might say.
Okay, now look, I'm not gonna lie to you. The next one's a bad voicemail, but
Oh my
you
god!
should
how
just
bad
listen
could it
to
possibly
it.
be?
Defend
you
if
should-
Nate thinks it's bad.
I just had a visceral enjoyment experience listening to this voicemail.
I wonder
you
if
all
this
would
is going to be
enjoy.
one of those cases where I'm like, that wasn't bad, that was awesome in its own special way.
I don't think so, but maybe it's from Ukrainian Mythbusters, like 20 seconds long. So okay, let's give it a shot. Ukrainian, take it away. Not that Ukrainian, different one.
CP, child pornography? No thank you. I'm into sure porn. There been a fat stack of Playboy magazines held together by semen I believe can stop a bullet. On this episode of Ukrainian Mythbusters, we put in the bust on me.
You see what I mean?
Wait,
you see what I mean?
what did he say?
I can't say it's good,
There was,
but there's
there was
something
some
compelling
amount-
there.
Yeah,
It's like Troll 2. There's a certain
yeah,
there's a certain
exactly.
undeniable emotional core behind this terribleness of it.
putting the bust in your myth, or I think that's what he said.
Something about I don't know. He mentioned something about like enough semen
sticking
to stop
together
a bullet.
Playboys with semen. Yeah, I mean, intriguing.
I just like the little pause and then in next episode or like whatever he said.
Voice,
Please call
Like-
back.
like,
voice,
Please leave another
jail, voice jail, voice jail.
No, I got to voice bail him out. He's a
God
good boy. He
damn
didn't
it.
do nothing. Okay, but both our voice bails have been used, so everybody else is. is up for grabs.
Get ready. I'm gonna nominate every other caller for the voice. I'm gonna abuse my fucking privilege here.
Well, I think that we'll need that then because
time to
Upnate-
start the PC police
Yeah.
state.
Sure, right.
PC
right.
private
Appreciate that.
prisons for profit.
The PC
PPFP.
Gulag? Yeah, no. All right.
Nah, go back and go home and be a family man.
Fair. All right, let's please ban this man who is violently ramming my large PP into Nate's bussy. All right, take
Sad.
it away. Go.
Hate to see it.
Stop. Too hard. It's too hard. I can't do it. And I'm stupid.
Voice Grail.
Base.
Easy money.
All right.
Oh no. Dude, that's kind of hot, actually.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good.
That hit. That hit.
Is the bonus episode out yet by the time people are seeing this? No, they're not. Okay, it's just that yesterday I got absolutely blitzed out of my mind laughing at a meme that we were talking about in the bonus episode that we recorded like earlier this month, and it was hilarious as hell.
I don't remember.
I can't tell you what it is, but you'll hear it when the bonus episode
Give me
comes
a hint.
out.
Give me a hint.
Okay, I'm trying to think of like a cryptic one. Okay, it involves the musical stylings of a regarding a cerulean attack individual.
What?
As sung by a aspiring dentist musician who's enthusiastic about dental hygiene.
Okay.
All right, that's the best I can do. That's the best I can
way
do.
beyond my ability to decipher.
Listen to the new bonus episode.
I'll have to go. I will have to go to patreon.com/TPcrastinators.
The Procrastinators.
The Procrastinators, and pay and just find a paltry, meager pittance of $5 to get a cavalcade, hours hours and days of delicious exclusive content, including so that I can experience reverse nostalgia and come back and watch this episode with new context that makes me experience it. It's like it's all new, brand new, a whole new way, a whole new world for you and me.
Now that is based. All right. Next one, we've got... speaking of voice jail. Okay, straight out of voice jail, we've got a message delivered to us on the outside, smuggled out, no doubt, illicitly, from I'll Die of Embarrassment. All right, I'll Die. Take it away. Ooh.
Ow.
Ow.
Oh, sorry. Didn't see you there. Oh, I'm just busy self-flagellating for my horrific offenses.
That's good.
Good.
Last week I said that Imaishi directed Die Buster when it was actually Tsurumaki. I can't bear the embarrassment.
That's the sound of just
a moment. You're right. I deserve to be here until I can prove that this is not characteristic of my true self. Leave me in here. Please. I must suffer for this.
Until you've realized, until you no longer identify as someone who mistakes the director of FLCL, then we can have a conversation.
This could be the start of a redemption arc. Perhaps.
I like to think so. See,
it's
fellow
promising
inmates.
First step.
I'll Die is setting a good example for his fellow inmates by going above and beyond what our normal jailers do of torturing and beating them daily, by doing it to himself in his own time. And I just want him to know that is appreciated, and we respect the effort.
And I think we should send him to voice jail so that he could be a good example to all the other inmates.
He's already there. That's the thing. He's
okay. Good.
Yeah.
See, my instincts were right.
Yes, as usual. Oh, okay. Very excited. This is our final voicemail, bruh. It's what to do when Nate uses the soundboard. Okay, take it away. 1 second voicemail. Let's see how that goes. And thanks, everybody. That's another episode of the Procrastinators podcast in the can.
Easy money.
Thank you, everybody, for being here. It's been a good time. What else patreon.com/the Procrastinators is what we do. Give us money for bonus episode, including that illicit, tantalizing teaser that you've received.
Should we say anything about the latest shekels for heckles?
The Minecraft stream.
We could certainly say.
I feel like it bears mentioning that we had the long-touted the return to the PCP Minecraft server. We held the first PCP Minecraft server tournament.
That's right.
It was Oh God, I hope I'm not. But it was Quickscope, right?
Quickscope won. I
Quickscope
believe.
was
That's
named
right.
the
That's
champion with his champion or his ace Pokemon Ren the Espeon, and there is now a statue of Ren in the town square honoring his achievements. I think Ren was a girl, whatever. And we hope
And you can visit that statue. You can go check it out right now. If you go to patreon.com/PCP Minecraft, we had during the tournament, we had open play for anybody who wanted to join. That is closed for now until the next event when we may or may not open it again. There will be times. After $5 a month, people. Not bad.
Having to spectate the last one, I am very much. I regret not joining myself, so I am committed to. I am going to fucking bunker down, get a good team, at least a good enough team that I won't feel like I embarrass myself. Showing up and competing in the next one. It's gonna be sick. I'll give you a little hint. I am hunting my white whale. One of my many white whales, in fact, is a good natured good IVs and big. Most importantly, it has to be big size. Contrary Malamar. I would like that to be the cornerstone of my team. That's one of my favorite mons, both aesthetically and competitively.
Is he water poison? No, he's
poison,
dark
right? Psychic.
Jesus Christ. Okay,
dark.
He looks like a poison boy.
He does live in water biomes though, and I mean he's a squid, so whatever.
Right. Well, there you go. Hey, defeat Ben Saint in single combat in the next PCP Minecraft Pokemon tournament.
You can't.
Which will be one of these days.
You can't fucking do it.
See if you can. I mean, Quickscopers clearly knows what they're doing, and some people were certainly using decent strats in there. But I wonder what the real experience level is like.
There were some good strats. There were some good turnabouts. There were some good upset victories in that.
He defeated was the Setimus who was number 2? No, the Setimus lost earlier. Second place was shit. I can't. Marin? No, not Marinpan. Marinpan had already lost.
Marinpan lost to. Oh no, I'm blanking.
See, this is what happens when you're not the winner.
Well,
you're just a loser with the rest.
I mean, what you should do is we should go back and just check out the stream of the.
Yeah, go watch.
You can watch the tournament. We recorded. There was a lot of.
On the PCP.
There was a lot of bullshit at the beginning because we didn't know what we were doing.
Okay, skip after an hour and a half it starts.
Nobody knew what we were doing, and it took a long time for us to actually get started. But once it actually started, it was pretty smooth. It was relatively smooth sailing.
Indeed. Hey, Fit MC joined us. He was hanging out in PCP MC server, baby. It was a good time.
Also, which was pretty based.
Yep. Well, there you go.
Unfortunately, I had to leave early to go to
that's right.
Pantsu. The what's it called? I don't know what the name of the stream is. Just May streams.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure they have names.
And that was fun.
We
can
go watch that if you want to see me talk about that thing that I made on Twitter.
You mean Lord?
Oh, your chart, right? Your chart about productivity or something.
I could have talked about it here, but I forgot.
That's fine. I thought it was funny. I
haven't seen it.
Just one of those funny little things
that you do. Go look at it, I guess.
We'll link it in the show notes, no doubt. And have a gander, ladies and gentlemen. All right, well, yeah, that's enough. Go play Minecraft with us. We'll be doing more events. We'll be streaming more, so, come fucking play the game with us and hang out. Probably do at least one a month. And we're always building new stuff with our admin, so that's a good time. Let me see what's going on. We've got, follow us on Twitter, @TBCrastinators, updates and whatnot. Radcon stuff chugs along. We're working on a bunch of behind-the-scenes stuff, but progress is being made. Currently, Ben is holding up production of a certain element that he needs to get moving on.
I know.
Ben?
It is my fault. I have no excuse anymore.
Yeah, correct. We everyone else has done their duty, even
but I got
me.
But I got wow.
Yeah,
did you see
I know
that I got the first pin from the Rowdy Fuckers.
No, oh my god, I want to see it though. Please link it.
I don't think I tweeted it. Maybe I should tweet it.
I saw it somewhere.
Sure, yeah, why not? I'm excited.
I posted it in the RFCK. In the pile of pins Discord, I did add everyone. I got the one sample pin, and I compared it to like the Poobah pin and stuff in size. and it looks great.
Is that from the Chinese company or the original one?
It's from one Chinese company. I ordered another sample from another company that I was going to compare the two. I don't know where that one is, and they haven't been very communicative, and this one looks about as good as I could hope for, so I might just end up going with this one. Just on like a customer service basis.
Ben, I'm in the Pile of Pins chat right now, and the last message was yesterday. Is it?
It was a couple days ago.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see it. Oh, ooh, looks good.
Looks pretty good.
Looks
right?
very good.
Looks pretty good.
Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah.
Rowdy fucker, looking sick.
Looking solid.
And I'm sorry, miss. Did you say that was the Chinese or was it the other company?
This is a Chinese company. This is a Chinese company. I'll fucking say it. It's time to Shenzhen Longju Crafts.
How much cheaper are they than the original thing you had lined up?
They are
good quality.
There's like sort of
some amount.
I don't remember exactly. They're considerably cheaper, but also shipping costs a lot more. It's the reason why it's not like as big of a savings as I was hoping for is because shipping is fucking murder. But it's still probably saving maybe like at least like $50 a pin. No, yeah, we're probably saving like at least several $100s by using these Chinese dudes.
Indeed.
Because they have more like they're more granular. They give you more options. Like the UK based company that I had been using to make pins, it's like they will charge you like they wrap the production fee for the mold into it. They don't charge you separately for the mold. They just charge you a base price that includes the mold and a certain number of pins, so you can't like fine tune it like that. They don't charge per color. They just have like you can get up to this many colors. Presumably they just charge the max, assume that you'll do the maximum, stuff like that. But yeah, this one looks like pretty much identical in quality. So, thumbs up, success.
Oh, you know what? I'm just reminded all of a sudden that I want to extend the olive branch to one Psy, aka the Cyborg, because I saw somewhere, I think in the comments of like the last PCP. Yeah, SYY.
Okay.
Yeah, yes. Not Gundam style. Not Gundam style, not that Psy.
Yeah.
Not any other Psy.
Okay.
Because Psy felt, I think, at least somewhat wronged by my interpretation of what I self-described as an overly long and dull voicemail about how the voicemails sucked. And we dabbed on him for a little bit based on that.
I just
I'm
took
sorry
your word for
if
it.
I misrepresented. Yeah, that's fine. That's all
I
me.
just follow the
not
crowd.
anybody else. I think it wasn't the most uncharacteristic, but Sai, I want you to know, buddy, no bad blood on this side. Sorry if I misrepresented your point, but you have my love and respect. That's it. Anyway, let me see. With the Patreon, as we said, SpeakPipe, leave more voicemails, but I certainly don't need like a dozen from a single person. Let's be reasonable here, people. Let's not bury Nate under a flood. Just write down your ideas. And just at the end, like the day or two before, be like, okay, I'll do like these three. These three are the best ones. He probably wasn't going to play these ones anyway. And to save me the time. Or I will just skip them. Because somebody sending in 16, I'm just guessing they're not all absolute gems. All right, there you go. And nobody wants to hear the same voice 10 times on an episode anyway. Even if they were, theoretically, all good.
Okay.
Space that shit out.
Okay, I think they get the idea.
Okay, all right. Patreon, bonus episodes, play Minecraft with us, SpeakPipe, TP Crastinators Twitter. Boom, there you go. More rad content one of these days. We're working on it. There it is. Thanks for listening, everybody. We'll see you next week. Another PCP time, another PCP, actually the same channel. I'll see you then. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, it is the police. Run away.